Hello comrades, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, where my truck stop bring all the boys to the yard. Actually, no, I've had enough of this. No. Well, yes, I had enough of my completely hosed republic, so I've decided to start a new one and hose that up afresh, which will be delightful. We are here on a brand new fresh map, which I imagine is possibly a pre-designed map, but it's brand new and fresh to me, and we're going to make a fresh start on a fresh map with fresh ideas and a fresh outlook, and Drayori is going to be our point of initial departure. Right, I've zipped around the map a little bit. I'll save you the zipping around the map a little bit. There's not much to see other than quite a lot of trees, quite a lot of green, and there are actually a couple of cities that are already built and are pretty respectable in terms of size. We've started in 1960 again. I've started with easy money, and all that does is give you a good start as far as money. But everything else I've cranked the difficulty up, so citizens get unhappy fairly regularly, and fires break out fairly regularly. I have to manage all of the fuel and electricity and all of the education and all of that jazz. So as much as we've got an easy start, it's going to manifest into a somewhat more complex problem later on. Let's have a quick look at the surrounding area. Anyway, I've paid attention to one or two of your comments, and someone suggested a means whereby money could be gained quite straightforward a fashion from the get-go, simply by setting up near to the border to save yourself some cash, which I went, that's a nice idea. There doesn't appear to be any electricity coming in here. We're going to need some electricity, and I don't want to have to build an electrical plant immediately. What about... I've gone for the same kind of idea where see, look, they've got electric... Am I going to have to buy it from the flipping West? I don't want to do that. No, I want to... If anything, I want to buy it from... There you go. All right, okay, well, Drayori is off the radar now, and instead we're going to be working with Kazinchad, or Kazinchad, which sounds possibly a little better. We've got this mountain range which is awkwardly placed, let's say, so I think we're going to start down here, somewhat by the river. When I say river, I mean lake. But over there you've got possibly the sea of some kind. Drayori is back on the table. Shall I shut up and get on with it? Let's shut up and get on with it. So, everything that we're going to do to start with is going to hinge around the creation of other various industry. Yes, clothing. The fabric factory. Now, it's 300 grand. No, it's not. It's 30 grand. There you go. But what we're going to be able to do is auto-import all the bits we need in order to make it, and then export our finished clothes straight away, which should make for some money. That's what I've been reliably told, and therefore I trust in you, commenters, to not put me on a bum steer from the get-go. The other change between this and the last Republic that we operated on was that I'm limited to the vehicles that are available historically accurately. Yes, I am. However, before I do this, I'm going to... Yeah, you see, that's a smart move. Right, first job is not to build that, because I have a lot of smoothing in mind, and therefore we're going to want a smoothing setup depot situation. Let's have a look. We need a construction yard, house, plant, office. There you go. Now then, you're going to need flat terrain, which we're going to have to pay for, but after that, we're not going to pay for any. So let's flatten you out. I've chosen a rather arbitrary place to kick off with, but that's part and parcel of how we work around here. Let's hook this up to some road. We'll go with gravel and run that out to weight. You sure? Yes. Yeah, I am sure. Okay. All right. Well, as long as you're sure, that's the bit that matters. Let's unpause and get that built. It's probably going to need some power I would imagine. No, it doesn't need. Yeah, it does need power. Doesn't have a power supply. So let's get the power supply in as well. Put the pause back on. Infrastructure. High voltage wires. Yes, we're going to buy it from our friends next door. Because frankly, if we haven't got any power, then we haven't got any power, have we? No, we haven't. Give me that. And I suppose we go this way. Do you go? What? Hello? Right. Drag. You fool. Are you new here? Come on. You've done enough of this behaviour in the past. You're going to make it any more attractive than you did last time? Probably not. Right. There you go. Get that out to there. Unpause so they actually get built. And then we'll put a switch in here. Now I'm going to aim. See, I'm setting this up as a potential thing that I do rather than something that is guaranteed to happen. I'm going to aim to make this a little bit more appealing than the last construction that we did. But you know, that's only an aim. It's not a true goal. And you didn't actually want a switch there. You wanted a transformer. You know, why break the habit of a lifetime? Start by placing the wrong thing, and people kind of know what to expect. There you go. Get that in there. Bung this down as well. Fling that in there. Right, now we switch back to medium, and we'll just stick in a quick substation over the other side of the road. Right. Get that built and give it some power. Make arrangements with our neighbours to actually pay for it. Hello, neighbours. I'd like to buy some electricity from you, please. Import. Purchase mode. Yeah, sure. Maximum amount of the energy to purchase some. There you go. That'll do. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start rolling power outwards fairly quickly, I would imagine. Although the money's not going down at the moment, but nothing's happening at the moment. So there is that. Right. Let's buy ourselves some mechanisms, and what we're after here are bulldozers, and I'm going to want, let's say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That way, all of my future smoothing is covered by stuff that I've already got. I also want a fuel station, right, which we'll place on the road here. Although this is what you were arguing before. Okay, no, hold on. Yeah, let's kill the road. Right, this road is not suited to what I've got in mind. So let's murder it and put in one that is good. Now, can we go all the way to the border without it then becoming impossible to use? No, you can't. So that's all good. Right, we're going to put a big straight bit in about here. I say straight, it's going to be straight-ish. Straight-esque. I could put the grid on, but I'll be happy with straight-esque for now, and then we'll put a little turning in there. Now, as much as that's going to make things a little slow for vehicles reaching their end destination here, a nice T-junction is a joy to behold, and we should all be so lucky. Are you going to follow the exact track that it did before? No, we're not. We're going as the crow flies, like that. Okay, that's quite expensive. Yes, but it saves a lot of unnecessarily wigglage. And then come down to there, and everything is good. Can you just upgrade? You can just upgrade it. Okay, right. Smashing. Now, they've called this Carabag, which I can't pronounce. Therefore, we shall call it something else. And we shall call it Laszlo. Yeah. Laszlo, yes. Dangerfield. Dangerfield. Oh, come on, let me have longer names. If you can't fit in St. Petersburg on sea in there, then frankly you're not giving me enough characters to play with. In fact, we'll just call it Dangerfield then. Named after the great Laszlo Dangerfield, who I'm sure you're all familiar with. Right, okay, so that's our setup and able to smooth with abandon. After we've got the fuel station up as well. Let's plumb the fuel station in here alongside the road. Just like that. There we go. And then we'll get you auto. You appear to have done that for yourself. There. Well, hold on. How much have I told you you can have? 14 tons. That's more than we need. You can buy 6 tons at a time. 2 tons at a time. Yeah. Right, that's my purchase plan in place. Right, okay, so we can now smooth out with quite a lot of reckless abandon. Let's do that. We're not going to auto build. We're going to do it for ourselves. There you go. Get smoothing. Right, here we go. So I'm going to try and bring all this lot up to the height of the road. It's going to mean that the office is, the construction yard is not quite at the right level. Are you guys accomplishing the task there? Turn the grid on. I don't think the grid's going to reveal too much. It's in some kind of arcane hieroglyphics, but I'm faintly optimistic that it'll work. I'm also faintly optimistic that the road's at the right height. If it's not, I'm going to have to rebuild that road that I just built. But getting this stuff right now means that I don't have to get it right later. And that's the big change that we're going to do in this series, is get it right from the start and then not have to worry about getting it right after the start. Yes. Now, the other trick that we're going to pull off here, and this is near guaranteed, is that I'm not going to build on all of the land that I flatten, so that I've got a patch left off which to further flatten more land. Leftover bit of road there. Smooth that out as well. There we go. And I think the smarter play here would have been to remove the road and then put it in afterwards. Yeah, I think so too. All right, wasting our first money of the day. There we go. Go on, get out of the way. Pull that back as well. There you go. Smooth all of this lot out. Get it to the same height, and you'll thank me later. Okay. Yeah, all right. See, look, I'm already feeling optimistic about this. How optimistic? Not massively so, but there it is. But at least this is costing me nothing, because I have very wisely deployed my own troops on this. In fact, if we up the tempo here, it will get done faster. Yeah, there we go. Nothing much happens in 1960 anyway. It's largely a quiet period in history. Yeah, very, very little to talk about. So we're missing out on not much, and it's night time, so there's not even very much to see. I think a couple more bulldozers might have helped me out here, but there it is. Or have they cleared off to get? They're all going to refuel. I've already burned through their initial fuel load. All right, I'll wait for you to get back, and then you can get back to work, as you so richly deserve. Anyway, we've now got a nice big patch of all exactly the same height. If I could make this sphere of influence any larger, I would do. If I could just kind of go bosh there, flattened. Because as you know, sound foundations are the foundation that is sound and allows you to progress in a much more progressive sound. Oh, shut up. Right, we're almost there. I just need to plumb the road back in, which I shall now do down there. So I'm going to change the course of road, if not history. We'll go down to there. Right button to flatten the terrain. Well, let's not get carried away. Let's put the road in where you want it. So as mentioned, I've left a little bit of flat to the side there, so that I can continue that motif out in that direction later on, should the need arise. And I've already set myself up there with a slope that's too slopey. Good times. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, no, that's. Look, we've got to make a few. Oh, you're paying for that. Don't pay for it. You've got to make a few concessions towards trying to. Oh, you've completely flipping. Don't. Right now, this road there. Flatten it some. You need a free excavator. Pay for it then. Look, just don't hold me up any longer than is absolutely necessary. There you are. Look, beautiful. Everybody loves it. They're thrilled to be a part of this bold experiment. Right. We're probably going to have to do something similar with this. Okay, fine. Road meet. Yeah. Up onto there. Flatten the terrain. Just like that. Okay, right. All right. That's now looking arguably. And let's now get our clothing industry up. here. So we're going to place it right close to the road. Are we going to place it right close to the road? Yes, we are. We're going to place it right close to the road because that will allow us to wait for it. No, we're not. We're not going to place it right close. We're going to place it over here, right? Which is in a just like that. There you go. Bang it in there, and then we'll road that up to the road. But we'll start the makings of some kind of grid-based alignment for the local infrastructures and peoples who will be working here and helping to fuel our unnecessary growth. Now then, we're also going to need somewhere to store the output from... Can you store clothes? Yes, you can. You can store 225 tons of clothes. Well, then place it. Don't just mouse over it and go, yes, satisfactory. Do it like that, and then you've got access. Also, this works for the train as well. Are we thinking trains so soon? We're always thinking trains. Are you new here? Right, put that in like so. You sure? Yeah, I think those will probably line up. Okay, and then line those up with my forklift trucks. Forklift truck pathing, please. There you are. Yeah, it might not be the most elegant connection ever made, but it's a connection, and it's been made. And then we'll put the road in to get to the road, like that. You're not going to need a loading thing here. I might, but we'll see what we get away with. So the idea is that we export from there into the warehouse because that will allow us to not have to something. Right, warehouse import. No, this. The Dangerfield Fabric Factory, which is a great name. Purchase resources for rubles. We'll auto purchase. Yeah, some of those and a bit of that. That's quite a lot. Right. Okay. Yeah. Get the auto purchase on. Good. And now we just need the workers. We have the resources. Now we need the workers. You've got electricity, right? Right? You don't have electricity. You've built one electricity pylon and it's in the wrong place. You've got electricity, yeah. Okay. Well done. You've done spectacularly to start off with. Hey, whoa, look. Baby steps. Gentle progress is what we're about here. So if I stick that, no, that will be bad. Stick that there. Don't worry about giving it a... Actually, you're going to do worry about. Okay. Bung that in here. Right, and then if it catches fire, for once, we'll actually be able to put it out once I've built a fire station. Grand. Right, you now have power. Yes, good. But no workers. Right, fine. That's acceptable. Let's pause and then think about where we're going to stick our workforce. Here is where we're going to stick the workforce. Now then, let's talk residential, shall we? Now, the prefab flats that we've all come to know and love served us marvellously last season. They only very rarely burnt down, and when they did, there wasn't an awful lot screaming in there. However, we might go with a bit of variety. Ooh, Yeah, how many workers? 73. That one had 75. Give me something with a little bit more workforce. That's the ticket. Right. Yeah, we'll do. That's 90 some odd passengers on board this one. So this will work out just lovely. Now, I know there's a train line option there, and we probably will be using that in the future. But when it comes to that point... Okay, I'll rephrase. If it comes to that point, I shall probably bulldoze most of what I've built in order to get that to work. And the only reason that we'd use it is if we start developing our own crops and whatnot in order to get stuff in there. Okay, right. Now, you've got 3. That should be enough, but we're going to go with 4 so that it's almost definitely enough. Right, okay. Whoa. Look, all of you people who are wandering around, Don't do that yet. I'm not ready. You've not exactly made this straight, though, have you? No, what I've made it is organic. It's very natural in its layout, but we possibly ought to get a little bit more road-based substance in the area in order to future our expansion. You can't build out much further that way because you need that to continue your flattening agenda. So don't do that. You are going to want to go around the side of the factory. How's that look? Rotten? Excellent. How about that? No, I was only Oh, well, okay. I guess that's a thing now too. And then from there up to there. All right, and then we're going to put in all of the other necessary starting functions that your residential folk kind of like. Let's get all of that built, and we'll stick in. We need all of the school type stuff. So we'll have a kindergarten over here, but it's not telling me at the moment whether I've got whether people have access. No, let's put the kindergarten right outside the factory, or at least this is what I was thinking: is put all of my my services right next to the factory. I've not left enough room. Pretty typical. Let's put it in here, right, and then we'll put the school in next to that, because all of this is necessary. About here. You've got electricity in the way. It's just electricity. The young scamps love that kind of stuff. This is possibly as far away as I want to get. But who doesn't love a hillside? No. Wait. Turn that off. Turn this off. Go smooth out a bit more. Come on, Ed Dozers. I believe in you. You got me on this. You've got me covered. Go on. I need enough room to be able to place a school out here. There you go. Bringing it down to a manageable height. Or is it velocity? Yeah, it's bringing it down to a workable velocity. And then we'll be able to bang a school in at the end of that T-junction. Grant, you done? I mean, you're driving around a lot. I would hope that you're accomplishing something. Let's go just a little bit further. There you go. Right. Yeah. Are we there? I think we might be. Right. School. There you go. Rubes. And I see, look, loads of space. We might even have enough space for the football pitch here as well. All right. School. One time. And then football pitch. Now, I don't think these 4 buildings are going to give me enough to completely support the factory at 100%, but I don't need it necessarily at 100% to start with. Let's go with the football pitch. Try and be efficient in your use of space as much as you are ever efficient in your use of space. Put that in there. And then put the boozer in here. Because you've got to have the boozer right next door to the football pitch. Otherwise, after you've had your 5-a-side practice for the week, what are you going to do with yourself? No. Let's put it next to the... There's a little bit less room right next to the factory. So if I can get it in there, that'll be good. And then hopefully we can get a shop in. That does a bit of everything. Small shopping centre. It's not that flipping small. Hey, where's the road? Right. How does that look? Mediocre, if I'm honest. What about around this side? Too long a walk. Easily too long a walk. But you want it in... Oh, hold on. Did that all go green? I think it did. No, you must be mistaken. There's no way that all went green. There's no chance that fits in there. Not a chance in the world. Apparently, if you do a full lap with the rotation, it gives you a few more... Get it in. Don't wait for them to change their minds. You might have a bit of trouble getting footpaths in, but frankly, squeaking all of that in there, all of which can be concealed with... there you go. Look, we've got full coverage on kindergarten. We've got full coverage on students. This is a flipping paradise. How's the pub situation? Pub situation, good. Auto purchase of booze, on. And the shopping, auto purchase on all of this is on. The only thing we're missing is culture, and I provide enough culture for everyone. How are we getting on here? That's fabric. That is not clothes. That's because this is a fabric factory. What is wrong with you? This is something I probably should have noticed. Oh, buttocks. Right, yeah, clothing factory. That looks like this, look. Oh, you could have just bought fabric. You're going to have to... this is embarrassing. Oh, well. You know, these things happen. Can't make a profit without spending unwisely significantly for a significant opening period there. Oh, you Burke. See, I saw fabric and I thought, yeah, fabric, that's like clothes. Yes, they're made from fabric, you wally. You've got to bring the fabric in from abroad, which is one item. That's why it works. I'm sure you've got 86 comments to this extent already from people who haven't made it this far to the point of yawning realization, where you figure out that actually you built the wrong thing. Anyway, that's an easy way to spend your first $500,000. That's faux show. Right, let's bang in some footpaths while we wait for that to complete, and then. Yeah, I am just going to snake them all over the joint. That way everyone's got options, which is one of the things that the Soviet Republic really thrived on, is giving people as many options as possible. Certainly not limiting their options. No. Right, get around there. Hey, yeah, see, look, this is going to provide really adequate coverage. Really? Oh, yeah, fully adequate. That's what we're aiming for. In our manifesto, we said, vote for us as much as you don't get really to vote for anybody. We will be adequate. Go on. No. Look, I'm moving you by like a pixel. Zoom in. Get aggressive with it. There you go. See, that worked. You need some connection. Get to that. You need some connection too. Get to that. Yes, you can. It's not too sharp a turn. They had right angles in the Soviet era. It's absolutely fine. There you go. Hook it up onto that. Getting this onto there. Everyone should now have some coverage of the local supplies and resources and what have you. Right. Okay. Good. So now we can actually start doing this stuff. So we're going to buy fabric. Let's just keep the tonnage up. Fabric's in. We've got 30 of 80. It's not superb, but we should at least be kicking out a respectable amount of clothing that we can later export for good times and money. 0.17, 0.18. Really? I'm going to need a few more buildings here in order to make this come into its own. As far as profitability is concerned, let's bang in one more house for now, and then that'll work. Which one are we going with? Had 93 workers. This one, 97 workers. Right. How's it doing as far as the school is concerned? It's a bit of a hike. Can you squeak it in there? No. Okay. What about right next to the school? Can they then get to work? Because that's the bit that matters. Oh, well, stuff them. If they can't get to school, then they're just going to have to slum it. Yeah, I had to walk an extra 2 minutes to get to school, so I didn't go. Said every school child ever. Right. Come on. Give me footpath or give me death. There you are. Rock it around the corner. That's all grand. Rock this around here. Fling it in the door there. There you go. They got somewhere to work. Right. That's a start. Now, the only thing that we're really missing, how much do you produce a day? 1.2 tons. It's not a lot, kids, as far as monies are concerned. However, we're going to have to see if it actually has the potential to make us some cash. So the last part of this opening equation here is to get ourselves something road-related, which is why you clicked railroads. Smart. You need a road vehicle depot. Yes, you've got a garage already. It's down there, but you've got it. We'll stick the depot out here as well, actually. It's a bit hilly. That's okay. A bit hilly we can cope with, thanks to our we've got a rogue tooltip that is now going to stay with us until the end of time by the looks of it. Ah, no, it's given up again. Alright, good. Yeah, just smooth this enough. If you can bring it up to the height of the road, which you seem to be reluctant to do, but if you could see your way clear to that, it would make my life oh so much better. Auto build, please. Right. And then we can buy a truck and export our goodies, and that will lead to a series of enormous prosperity. Turn the wireframe off for a bit. Oh, that's easier on the eye, isn't it? Right, we need a truck that will export clothing, which is going to be... Is it covered that do that? Yes, it is. Right, okay, so we've got the Skoda 706. Yeah, I know I didn't call it Skid. Yeah, I know you're surprised. Or we've got the Big Lad. We don't need the Big Lad. We're not exporting that much. We've got this ancient Czech number. 2.3 tons of clothes. Or it's really not that important, mate. Just take the 706 and be done with it. You need one. Right. Okay, there we go. So here he is. Our first international trading partner is going to go from... Wait. He's not going to do anything yet. He's going to go from here. Right. Load 100% of everything. And then take it to the border and sell the works. Right. That's all you need to do. Yeah. Alright, now we'll tweak this and we'll tell him to wait till full. I know some of you are very anti the wait till full philosophy. However, in this case, he's not going to be getting in anybody's way. He's just going to wait till he's got enough stuff. So it'll be every couple of days. He'll go flitting out to the border and everything will be grand. Now, we've got the tick down going from the power that we've got coming in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this forward from here to, I don't know, let's give it a month or two and see if this is actually a profitable endeavour or whether I am merely counting down the time until the money runs out, as is so often the case. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back soon with the second instalment in this enthralling new adventure. There's no way you're full. Unless you add some fabric in there as well. Let's have a quick look. You've got 2 tons of that and 2 tons of this. Oh, okay, I suppose there is an argument to be made for you being somewhat full. Alright, we're at 641. How much are you going to make by flogging this? Let's not keep the nice people hanging. Let's see what happens from this start point. Because you never know. Maybe it's good. 641. Sell your wares. 644. Now, fabric doesn't sell for as much. In fact, let's look up the price. I'm not leaving yet. Hang on. Right. Sell price on fabric, please, is 585. Sell price on clothes is 2,000. Yes. All right. Well, we'll see how we go. Well, we'll see how long it takes us to get back down to 641. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll be back soon with more of the same. Slow everything down. But we'll see how we get on in between then and now. Or now and then. Or however you want to describe it. But in the next episode, we won't build the wrong thing. Probably. I've been Colonel Failure. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Cheerio. So those of you who persisted with the last series will know already that I've got this aspiration to pull together a one industry, one workforce, one town kind of an idea, which is, I think is the way that the game actually intends you to kind of do this thing. So rather than sit with a situation where I was having to wait endlessly in order to build up resources to get the next thing done, I've decided to go back to scratch. Yeah, I know. I said I wasn't going to give up. I've given up. Because I'm now going to take my learnings and apply them to something new. Obviously, I haven't learned that much, otherwise I would have built the right thing. But, there's always the stumbling block at the beginning of any escapade. And once you pass that stumbling block, then after that, you've got nothing. but the freedom to explore the wonder of the universe and all of that kind of business. Anyway, subscribe to make sure you keep up on the series, because it's going to be good. I guarantee it.